I've always believed that the best barometer for what you can achieve is what you have achieved. And when you look at the great history of athletics in the Montgomery community, then you have to understand that the foundation is solid. Crampton Bowl hosted Auburn and Vanderbilt in baseball in 1922. In 1927, the first game in football was played under the lights. And then later, the Blue-Gray Bowl game was established. And so Montgomery enjoys great tradition. I believe in this community. I believe that we have extraordinary leadership, and when the mayor created the Sports Commission in concert with the entire community, I wanted to be supportive.
The original crowning glory of the Sports Commission was a study that was engaged by the Central Alabama Sports Commission with Troy to do an economic impact of spending the money for Crampton Bowl and a multiplex. And that study was commissioned by the Central Alabama Sports Commission, was done by Troy, and it came back extremely favorable.
And so when we came together as a commission and we adopted the vision that we were going to create here, the sports capital of Alabama, in concert with the capital of dreams, I became really excited.
But I think people from outside the state of Alabama are seeing that we are a city on the move. Our mayor is so visionary. He's really trying to recruit people to come to Montgomery, and we have different conferences in athletics that are choosing to come to Montgomery.
And frankly, it is demonstrated that when you build it, they will come, because so many other events have occurred since then.
Today we have extraordinary facilities in Crampton Bowl and the new facility at the south end of that at the Bowl. We have Riverwalk Stadium, we have new soccer fields, and it goes on.
We have a national softball event coming into town. We have next year the Tampa Bay Rays are coming to Montgomery. We have the Auburn, Alabama baseball game. We hope to have an Auburn, Alabama softball game in Montgomery next year. And we have hundreds of amateur events.
I was just told the other day that we're now looking at a major horseshoe tournament opportunity come in our multiplex. I was there not too many months ago when we had close to 1,000 youngsters doing archery inside of our multiplex.
We have an annual all-star game, Alabama, Mississippi. Every year we bring 80 athletes from Alabama and Mississippi. They're the top athletes in both states, and we've had one that's just participated on this field 2 years ago. Winston was the Heisman Trophy winner.
Came down to play in our all-star baseball game at Biscuit Stadium when he was a junior and knocked a home run over the right field fence. He came back his senior year and played on this football field right here, and he was a star in that particular game in the Alabama-Mississippi all-star game.
The economic impact has been extremely successful. Our lodging taxes are up, our sales tax are up, and there's not a weekend that goes by that the multiplex is not being used, Crampton Bowl, and then also we've got a new venue at the championship soccer stadium. Just a couple of weeks ago we had national championships here with the NAIA, so it has been a significant contributor to the revitalization of the economic vitality of our community.
As we've seen increasingly athletic events hosted in this community taking advantage of these world-class facilities. Now we're seeing colleges and universities through conferences want to come to Montgomery, and that'll increasingly be the case. I think the recent Alabama-Mississippi All-Star game was a great example of things to come. And yet one of the most impressive announcements came with the ESPN-backed Camellia Bowl that we'll begin to host in 2014. It'll be an attraction, but the key, I think, will be the attraction of coming to Montgomery. We will bring, as a conference and as two conferences, when they line up in Crampton Bowl, to play that Camellia Bowl. It'll be with a lot of people who come from outside this state. We'll fill up these hotels, we'll fill up the restaurants, they'll buy gas, and it'll be a great, great return on the investment that this community has made in the improvement of facilities that I would declare now are really approaching world class.
When we have an opportunity to put an event on, to host that event in certain of these venues that Dr. Hawkins has called approaching world class, we do it well. And when we do it well, that word goes out to others, and we get the opportunity not only to get a repeat business, but we get others that are associated with that giving us the opportunity to do that.
I think the commission serves as a catalyst. I think it was a visionary step for the mayor to create the commission. I think the leadership of the commission is certainly evidence that great things are going to happen. Dr. Blankenship is the executive director, and all the commission members who have committed, they're community-minded, they're sports-minded. They understand that sports, by and large, is not about sports. Athletics in the purest sense, and the way we review it and see it, is about opening the door to the community. You know, athletics just happens to be the vehicle by which we'll take this journey. But we're opening doors, and we'll see increasingly this country realize the greatness of this community.
We've got to continue to have a vibrant organization. We've got to raise some funds, and we also got to reach out and look at some other venues.
Well, we are now receiving telephone calls and letters from other people wanting to come to Montgomery to bring the athletic events here, and I think it looks very bright.
The sky's the limit for us, and our enthusiasm and our imagination will carry us to that next level.
We are at a great point. We have a commission that's made up with some of the best minds in this whole state and in the Southeast and the nation. We got to call on those people to help us establish a strategic plan and vision where we want to go.
When we get together as a group, there's a great energy and enthusiasm to do something more for this community. And when I say Montgomery, it goes well beyond the city limits or the county of Montgomery. It goes throughout this entire region. And so we're talking about bringing activities from different conferences, the use of facilities to maximize that return on investment. The key perhaps is captured in the word expansion, expanding the concept and working hard to achieve that vision that we are the sports capital of Alabama.